The digital world was once an unimaginable dream, a place we could only imagine from a distance. This world has become a reality, where we compare ourselves to unrealistic ideals. We see other people's achievements, the harmony of their relationships, and the rise of their success. In this environment, it is almost impossible not to feel a sense of pressure. We look at our own lives, still in the soil and still struggling, and assume that we are failing. This anxiety is based on a misunderstanding of the natural order and our place within it. Through centuries of Japanese history, the concept of Oubaitori emerged. Oubaitori suggests that such comparisons are not only wrong, but logically flawed. We should grow and succeed at our own pace without comparing ourselves to others. Life is a marathon, and there is no single timeline we all should follow. Rather than focusing on how fast we are moving, we should focus on staying true to our path. The word Oubaitori is written using 4 kanji characters, each representing a different type of tree. The cherry, the plum, the peach, and the apricot. In the Japanese landscape, these 4 trees often grow side by side. To a casual observer, they might seem to be in competition, yet they never attempt to mimic one another. The plum tree is the first to defy winter, its blossoms appearing while the air is still cold and the ground is frozen. The tree does not wait for the warmth of spring. Its beauty stems from its resilience against the cold. The cherry blossom, however, waits for a specific warmth, blooming in a cloud of pink that reminds us of the impermanence of life. Then come the peach and the apricot. Each tree has its own hue, its own scent, and its own moment of maturation. If the plum felt like a failure for lacking the cherry blossom's fame, the garden would lose its character. The core of the philosophy is individuality. We keep getting one thing wrong. We try to force a plum season when we are cherry trees. We punish ourselves for not having reached a milestone by a certain age, ignoring the fact that our roots may be growing deeper. This is where Oubaitori requires a certain level of discipline. We stop looking at the trees in the neighboring forest and instead focus on cultivating our own soil. We recognize our requirements for growth, our need for certain kinds of light, certain amounts of rain, and our unique resistance to the elements. We learn to move at our own rhythm, working in harmony with our potential. Once we understand that our timeline is non-negotiable, the nature of our ambition changes. It becomes less about competing with the world and more about becoming who we are. A late bloom is not necessarily a wrong bloom. In many cases, the fruit that takes the longest to ripen develops the richest flavor. Just as a tree gathers its strength in the silence of winter, our times of struggle are what give our eventual bloom its depth and resilience. As we move forward, we keep the 4 trees in mind. Each tree blooms in its own time and does not force its growth. When we feel the pressure of comparison, we return to the story of the 4 trees, a centuries-old Japanese expression. By honoring our own time, we are not falling behind. We are respecting the natural rhythm of our existence. Natural growth is inevitable for those who tend to their roots, but it cannot be rushed or copied. True maturity is understanding the waters you are in and knowing when to step aside. We should trust the season we are in, for it is the only one that can prepare us for a bloom uniquely our own.